What's up, Instagram? It's me, Imani D, back at it again with another IGTV video. Um, I've been a little ducked off, not on Instagram, but just me claiming that I was gonna do these IGTV videos. I be moving too much, okay? Like, if it's not me moving around, it's me laying around, like, just working on makeup stuff. But let's get off of that. It doesn't matter anymore, because guess what? We're here, and that's just that. But no, I really wanted to talk about my MUA experience. As you may or may not know, I did hit a year of doing makeup, my freelancing gig, the end of July going into August. And when I say it has been a roller coaster ride, it's been worth it though. I've learned a lot. It's so much more I need to learn. Just within my first year, I feel like I've accomplished a lot. And I think it's because I'm so determined and I take this very, very, very serious. Like, my makeup, y'all don't understand. I really genuinely take my makeup very serious. Like, I get offended if someone says something, the wrong thing to me about my makeup, and not so much of my application, but people who give out unsolicited advice that don't even know what the heck I got going on over here. So, that's how serious I take it. But let's get off on that. So basically last year, I think I did pretty well. I feel like I did pretty well for myself. I booked 7 weddings, which worked for me because, I kind of want to cater more to the bridal side. I'm open to doing other things, but bridal makeup is more so of what I love to do. I just love weddings. I love the whole 9 yards. And out of those 7 weddings, I've done like 4 brides, just strictly 4. I did a whole wedding party and a bride, 3 or 4 brides, and then the rest was like just bridesmaids, booking and whatnot. Either way it goes, it was still a wedding party. So last year I got into the flow of things. So this year, for the year 2020, I already told myself this is a year of growth. And not even so much of, I'm not really too focused on trying to, okay, I need to book this person, I need to book that person, I need money. Because in reality, it's more to makeup than just making money. I know that sounds crazy, but it's bigger than just building revenue. Like, yes, you need money, but that is not my 100% focus. Like, my focus is not to, I got to do this so I can make money. Yes, I want to be compensated for what I do, but I also want to create a huge brand that is very known and is basically being brought into a positive light. I can't explain it. It's just only so much I can say, but just know I'm trying to make this way bigger than me just being a regular makeup artist. So moving forward, being the fact that I said this is a year of growth, so my goal, since I did 7 weddings last year, my goal this year is to book 10 weddings. So far, I've booked 2. So that means I have 8 more to go. My mom thinks I'm going to surpass that number, but we will see. I'm open to it. I don't mind. I'm just setting myself little goals bit by bit. This year, I also have a goals of taking more classes and also networking with more artists. Was that last year or this year? I think that was last year, where I went to a mixer and I met an artist, and she's really, really nice. So I met her, and we follow each other on Instagram. We communicate all the time through the gram, and then I met other artists through Instagram, and I just be talking to them. I be hopping in these people's lives, y'all, and just be talking to them through their lives, and they just so nice to be talking back. But no, besides that, this year I do want to network with other artists, like, just to get to know people, and kind of like I want to flow with the same energy that they have. Like, I want to meet artists that are on the same wave as me, if that makes sense. So this year I took a stance that I'm going to take 3 makeup classes. My first one of the year is going to be next Saturday on the 7th. I'm so excited about that. And then I'm going to probably take 2 more. And if I can squeeze in the extra one, I'll do a 4th, depending. Because by the time I get to the end of the year, it's going to be wedding season. I'm pretty much going to probably be swamped with bridal makeup. So yeah, not really too stressed. But no, so I wanted to give you guys that update. But I also wanted to come on here for anybody out there who is trying to become or is aspiring to be a makeup artist and they don't know where to start. I really just want to give out a couple of pointers and tips. I'm thinking, let me know in the comments for any new MUAs out there, or people who have been thinking twice about being an MUA. Let me know, or DM me, do whatever. I don't care. Just let me know so I can give you advice on it. Because starting out in this industry, it is not easy because you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go unless you've worked in retail and you know what to expect. And when I say retail, I mean like working at a Mac counter or a Sephora department store. It just depends on your experience. Me, I just jumped out there and with little guidance, I have a little MUA friend that I went to high school with. She has been helping me out, especially in the beginning. I used to ask her questions. She was very open. She tried to tell me what I needed to do, what I didn't need to do whenever I asked her, of course. And that helped me, but it's nothing like getting that experience for yourself. So just rule number one, if you're thinking about becoming an MUA, don't try not to be afraid to just jump out there. I know you're probably like, I want to have my things in a row, my ducks. I went through that phase too of wanting to have everything in place. But in reality, I couldn't have everything in place if I didn't know what I was doing. It might not work for everybody, but just in reality for me, because I was trying to organize, and it took for this one butthole to say something to me that pushed me to just do it. When he told me he felt like I wasn't taking my makeup very seriously, I felt away. And then coming from a band too. Ew, don't say that to me. Lord, clean PG on this channel. Anyways, but that made me feel away. So it made me just jump out there and just do it, because I was trying to have everything so organized and all this, but it was like, Imani, how can you have it organized if you don't know what to do, if you don't know what to expect? So once I kind of got out there but of course I had certain things in place now. I did have my ring light. I did have a little bit of things in my kit, and then I ordered my chair a little bit later. So I had my basics, but as far as me having contracts, me understanding my pricing, me going through the process of my bookings and stuff, that kind of came over time. And I'm still working on it. I'm still trying to figure it out. But, I went through experiences to help me understand, okay, Imani, if you don't want this to happen again, this is what you need to do. So on that aspect, that right there. 2, confidence. Which is, I still struggle with that to this day, which is why 2020, like I said, is a year of growth. I'm going to be focusing on my self-love, self-health, just all of the above. I started working out, guys. I'm going to talk about that later. But, basically focusing on just trying to build your confidence, because it's going to be times where you're going to be challenged. Okay, so my camera came off. But, no, there's going to be times where you're going to be challenged, and it's multiple things, and I'm not for sure if I went through all the motion yet, but I can tell you some stories that really had my spirit just crushed and shattered. I'm gonna get onto that on another day, but just, you have to not only do you have to have confidence, but you also have to have thick skin in this industry. Coming from a water sign herself, I am the most sensitive person on this earth, and if I can sit here and hold myself together through certain things, then, if you basically can't take any type of criticism, then this is not the industry for you. I'm sorry, because you could have somebody sitting in your chair and they want to get the mirror and look at their face, and it could be the simplest thing, and you might not even be done yet, and they tell you, I don't like this. Can you wipe that off? Can you do this? Can you do that? Okay, I'm not trying to be picky, but you're going to have people tearing your work apart, and you can't take it personal. You can't let it really just get your confidence down, because then once your confidence start getting down, then you start performing terribly, and then it just all goes left. So that type of stuff happens. And also, I even had a situation where I was working with an artist, and she was just, I guess she thought she was, the best artist out there. And she was just trying to critique my work and stuff. I had to tune her out, and I had to remain professional. But things like that can happen. You might have some artists who can be nice, nasty, and tear your work down, basically throwing shade at you. And also, I'm trying to think, there's some other situations too. People might start comparing your work to other people. I don't want I want my work. And they might show you a picture of somebody else's work, some things that not saying that you can't do it, but your style is different than that style. It's just a lot that comes with it, and you have to not let it get to you. You really can't. It can, because you're human, but you have to learn how to push through it and work through it and understand, look, you are a good artist, like you know what you're capable of. Like you could be the best artist out there and there's gonna be someone who does not like your work and or tears apart your work, and that's just that. There's always going to be someone better. There's always going to be somebody who is just going to give you that hard time, no matter how well or how long you've been doing this. So you just have to be prepared for that. Another thing is this is the last one I'm gonna do because this video is hitting almost 10 minutes, but don't and I need to follow my own advice on this one. Don't shorten yourself, because you don't let people take advantage of you or run over you, because in this industry they will take over and run over you. Like as far as like your pricing and what you want, like stand firm in what you are trying to do. Like let's say your rates are $75. Yeah, my rates are $75. Oh, well, what if I do this? What if I do that? Try to cut corners. No, don't try to belittle yourself to work with somebody else. If they want a cheaper artist, they can go to a cheaper artist. Like there's artists out there that are probably charging the amount that they want. So don't short end yourself and don't overdo what you're supposed to do just to please. Okay, so my camera keeps cutting out, so I'm gonna just wrap this up. But like I was saying before, just don't short end yourself just to please people or to build your clientele, because at the end of the day, if someone really loves your work and want you to do their face, they're gonna pay your rates and not complain or say anything about it or try to get a discount or any of that. If someone comes at you, oh, how much are your rates? $75. Oh, okay, well, do you have a special for first time comers? Just stand firm and say, no, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I'm sorry, but my rates are $75. They're either going to respect it and book with you, or B, they're just going to go with somebody else and book them. And that's okay, because maybe that was a potential client that you don't need to be working with anyways. And that's just how it goes. Like, I wouldn't get so caught up with, I'm trying to build my clientele. Because at first, I don't think I'm really always been pressed on building clientele. I just know I need to build it, of course, to establish myself a little bit more. But other than that, I'm not really worried about it because I know it will come to me. And, of course, like I was saying, back to the rates. If you and you can't short end yourself, because at the end of the day, it costs us more money to do their face than it is for them to pay us, because technically makeup is not cheap. So if you're charging $65 to $75 for a full face, and depending on what you have in your kit, they're not even paying for all of the products that are in your kit. They're probably paying for a bottle of foundation and maybe a brush or a concealer, if that, depending on if your concealers are LA Girl or if you're using NARS, because NARS is like $36. Their concealer is $36, and their foundations are like $50. And you can probably go a little bit cheaper, be like in the middle, maybe MAC. MAC is a $30, $40 foundation. So if somebody's saying that they want a $30 face, it's like you're basically only paying for a bottle of foundation. And not trying to sound like I'm being ignorant or anything, but that's just what it is. Like, you have to remember, you're investing your money into your kit. Building your makeup kit is not cheap. It's very expensive. So stand firm in your prices and just do what you have to do to get by. So on that note, I'm going to end this right here. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and I'll talk to you guys next time. This is Vaseline, y'all.